Hey folks, Kevin here. Well, it's October 24th, 2023. It's a cool, brisk morning this morning. Not down to freezing yet, but we're close. And today I've got to do some more work, some earthworks over here. Yesterday I was able to get the horseradish out. So this is the horseradish in the back of Pepe here. Haven't done anything with it yet, but it was in big clumps on both sides here. There's still some in there, but this was just quite full with water, so I had to make a little drainage going down to pond 2 here. So ideally I wouldn't be doing any of the work up here at this time. I'd let things dry out, but there's a possibility a little bit of rain today, and then the day after tomorrow we're supposed to have several days of rain and some frost. So I figured the best thing to do today, even though it's going to be muddy and I'm going to create one hell of a mess, I'm going to take the piles of soil that I harvested from the extra mounds next to the swales in the second food forest over there, because I still have to go over there and transplant some of those trees, but I've got these mounds of soil. So I want to build a gradual slope up to here, and then I've got to work on this area here so I can make the whole third food forest somewhat a nice gentle slope without undulations, so that I can get some more transplants done. But the time that we have to do this stuff is really shortening. So all along the grapevines over on the other side of these piles here are multiple piles that I took out that you got a little peek of yesterday. But I'm warming up the Hulk now, the Takushi TL12 V2 track loader, and I'll start at that end potentially and see if I can push whatever water is in here more out. This is all wet and soggy. I took Elon, the Takushi TB290 excavator, and sort of smoothed it out up in there. And so, as always, there's plenty of things to do around here. You know, so much for retirement. It's an interesting way of retiring, huh? And Thea's going to go take a break today and go get the car inspected. That's not a break. And then our plans, we'll figure out what's going to happen this afternoon and all. So, I'm going to get started. Well, it's the next day. I did get a lot of the earth moved into some of the locations that I want to get it to, but you may be able to appreciate it. Even the soil that I put over here a couple of days ago, it's just so wet. So yesterday afternoon, after bumping into one of my butternut trees here and knocking it over, I straightened it up before I left. But so this is one of the butternuts here. We've got a bunch of those, which are also white walnuts. And you can see the big ding in it when I backed up with the Hulk here. But I did get a lot of the soil moved. Got the piles deposited. I'm hoping the winds pick up today. It's getting a little breezy now. It's quite warm. It's actually in the 60s right now. So there was a trench right down here where I dug out the horseradish. Today Thea's pressure washing some of the horseradish off. The ones that we're going to go ahead and preserve and prep. The rest are going to end up going over into the garden spot that we created. But I can't really ride on top of this because it's a couple foot deep of very moist soil. What I ended up doing was I opened up the place where the horseradish plants were, where the mounds were, set them on either side. Then I started at this end up here, depositing the soil to push more and more of the water out. I had the open end over there so it goes down into pond 2, down in that direction. So deposit, then I use Elon, the excavator, to pack it down some in here, and then I deposited more over in here. I still have a small amount down there by the grapevines that I've got to do, and I still have the trees there to transplant. I may do a couple of transplants up here where it's a little bit drier, where I started working before the rains came, but we'll see. In between these trees, before I had black currant plants. I think they're 3 years old now. You come over here, I'll show you those. So I transplant them after propagating them after they're 1 year old, and moved them up here. They're about 3 years old now. Come on, camera. So here we are, some of these ones. We may list these to see if Thea wants to sell some of them. And I'm going to bring them down and back right now, and then decide if I am going to transplant a couple of plants up here. I could put a couple of pawpaws over in there, and I could get a few more plants in this location as well. Or I may just say the heck with it and continue working in the garden. So today we got the end of the tomato plant cages out, cleaned up the weed mat some. I've got to prep that area for garlic and shallots, because we're getting about the time to get those in the ground in a couple of weeks. So since it's nice days, I can potentially get the weed mat set there and all. And that'll give us a little more time to dry up here. Hopefully the rain will hold off. So that's it for this video. Not lots of information, just sharing with you what we're doing. and awe in some of the challenges, but we deal with them as they come. Stay safe, take good care of yourselves, and enjoy life. Bye-bye now.